Chorus in the Sky retrieves a fairy in your graveyard by you paying a stack. Then if Sanctuary is on the field or graveyard, you can also retrieve a banished Sanctuary. Lost Sanctuary is treated as such, or a card that listed Earth, Neptune, both Hyperion, Sacred. What? I'm not going through the whole list. You get the fucking point. Hold up, we can only retrieve banished cards?
What kind of shit is that?
Sacred. What? Banishes itself to protect the monster by battle, so sure, that'll be banished from time to time. And there's also banishing Earth, Neptune, Saturn, or Uranus, my anus, to summon the Hyperions. But my main problem is that the only way to search this motherfucker during your turn is Celestial Night Lord Cashapp, which is a fucking link 3. I don't want to be negative, but Chorus isn't worth playing more than one of maximum. It doesn't suck. I just don't think that we should have to pay a stack for a worse monster reincarnation as its floor. And we should be able to retrieve some motherfucker with Sanctuary in this text from the graveyard or banished, not just banished.
Think about that. That's just dumb.
Lost Sanctuary, as alluded to in the artwork, counts as Sanctuary while in the field or graveyard, meaning you can retrieve it from your graveyard with Pluto, which can be sent from your extra deck to the graveyard with Master Flare, and Moon can send Lost Sanctuary from the deck to the graveyard. Oh my god, the
synergy. Setting
a Sanctuary or spell or trap that listed is fine, but it would have been even better if we could activate Light of Judgment or Divine Punishment the same turn as set, but we can't despite this motherfucker being a trap. But that also means the negation can be activated whenever and is repeatable, which is definitely a plus. I just think we should have been able to activate the set card the same turn is all I'm saying, because to me, kind of defeats the purpose, minus the kind of to set a trap. With a trap effect, you have to wait a turn to activate.
I got a problem with that.
I understand Chorus in the Sky's purpose, but it's worse than it had to be. Lost Sanctuary, on the other hand, is relatively perfect if you don't count not being able to activate a trap the same turn is set as a detriment. I don't like that shit, but you might not give a fuck, and that's fine. You can have that. They ain't even what I'm mad at. Thanks for watching. My Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal's in the description. The source, my Discord server link. Now,
what's the question?
Can you bring back the opening you used to use way back in the day? Sadly, that will be a no, because I prefer to just get straight to the video. And could you also bring back deck testing videos? I am flattered that you and other people like to see me playing everything, but I would have to want to go through the trouble to make that happen. So I'm not saying that it won't happen ever, but I wouldn't hold my breath. What's the easiest part of making a video for you? Making the script? Because that's before recording and editing and doing all that fucking meticulous shit. But even the script writing is meticulous as fuck too, because I do so many damn revisions before the final product. I'm guessing you're asking what's your guilty pleasure cards, the cards you like and don't give a fuck who doesn't. Well, it doesn't really matter what people like. I like what I like. If y'all like other shit, that's cool too, but I don't really give a fuck if you don't like what I like. That said, I feel like a guilty pleasure means that you have some sort of shame with it, which is why it is called a guilty pleasure as opposed to something that you like. That said, however, I don't feel guilty for liking cute shit on my cards, or the fact that I prefer to look at women or bitches on my cards. I don't feel guilty about that shit. That's just what it is. And I don't give a fuck if anybody thinks differently. But I understand that may be the case. And I understand that a person may look at me differently because I just said that. But I don't care. So no, I don't have any guilty pleasures. I just like shit.
What else?
What is your opinion on a petition that just went in to make Yu-Gi-Oh! An Olympic sport? I don't really think Yu-Gi-Oh! Would qualify, but at the same time, I mean, card games are considered an e-sport, and I didn't think that was the case either. But whatever, I don't really particularly feel a way about it because I don't really care too much about expanding the player base. Have you ever heard of Battle Spirits? It's if you combine Magic with Yu-Gi-Oh! Simplifying it a lot. I feel that may be up your alley, but at the same time, you would have to learn a whole new game, and I don't even have time for that. It's not even the fact that I have to learn a new game. I know games that I don't play, but that said, yes, I've heard of Battle Spirits somewhat. I actually looked, kind of sort of skimmed through the wiki in terms of the rules to even answer this question. I knew about it in passing, but I didn't really actually care to look at the rules, but I did because you asked the question. I don't really give a shit about learning it, and even if I did learn it, that doesn't mean that I'd play it. Hashtag what's the question? Appreciate y'all.
And a lot.